Merhaba sevgili arkadaşlar, selamlar herkese tekrardan. Evet, derslerimize kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Bakalım şimdi nerede kalmıştık? Şimdilik. Evet, dün dersimi bitirirken en son burayı yapacağımızı söylemiştim. Ondan sonra dersimi bitirmiştim hatırlarsınız. Online guest reviews. Biraz büyütelim, daha net görülsün. Evet. It says read online guest reviews for the Appelschein Hotel in Berlin. How could the hotel improve customer service and how could it improve equipment and facilities? Make a list, it says. Okay, now we are going to read all 5 reviews and make a list of the improvements that can be made. Okay, hotel, how the hotel can improve customer service and improve equipment and facilities. Okay, let's go. 1. We ate in the hotel 2 nights and the food was fantastic. The only problem was that the service can be a bit slow. They seemed short-staffed in the restaurant in the evenings. In general, the hotel staff were friendly and helpful, but the staff at the cafe weren't very attentive. Evet, short-staffed ne demek arkadaşlar? Yeterli eleman olmaması anlamına geliyor short-staffed. 2, we were disappointed that there were no coffee or tea making facilities in the room, no fridge, and no air conditioning when we stayed there in the summer. It says in the hotel magazine in the room that this is a green hotel and they try to be environmentally friendly, but I would prefer these facilities next time. 3, the room was spotlessly clean and very comfortable, but small, like a lot of European budget hotels. The shower was great. My only small complaint is that the towels were very small and thin, and I'm not. Okay, 4, the big issue for me was the service, which was slow and amateurish. I waited for 30 minutes to check in. There was only one receptionist on Friday evening, but there were usually 2 or 3 people on reception the rest of the weekend. Really disappointing. And the last one. The only negative thing I can say about Elfenstein is there is very poor lighting for reading at night, but I suppose that is because they use energy-saving bulbs. Okay, how could the hotel improve customer service? Well, what can be the ideas for this improvement? First of all, let's take a look at the customer service, okay? Well, as for that matter, I think the main thing is the staff problem in the cafes and restaurants, I think. They are short-staffed, and I think they can employ more staff, and they can also train them to be more attentive. And there is such a complaint here. The staff at the cafe were very attentive, so they can be trained to be more attentive. So employ more staff, train them to be more attentive, and also they are slow, so it can be improved. Improve the slow restaurant service. It can be an idea. And there is also on 4, I think, review number 4. One receptionist complained on Friday evening. I think they can employ more receptionists for that night. So I think that is a very good idea to employ more people here. One receptionist is not enough, so people wait for 30 minutes or so to check in, just check in. Okay, as for ideas to improve equipment and facilities, well, first of all, I think there is on review 3, there's a complaint about towels, very thin, very small. I think they can buy better towels, bigger towels, I think. And also they can put coffee and tea making facilities in the room so people can make their tea, coffee. And well, as for me, I really prefer having them in my hotel room. And there is no fridge and no air conditioning, it says. But the information about it is in a magazine in the room of the hotel. But if they put it on the hotel website as an information, maybe people can choose or prefer not to choose, because some people prefer to have air conditioning on summer holidays, like me. I know it's a green hotel and environmentally friendly, but well, at least they can inform people before they come to the hotel about this, so people can choose or not choose it. And there is a complaint about poor lighting, so I think they can use bigger bulbs maybe, or different lighting, so people can read books in the hotel room. Yeah, if the light is not good enough even to read something, it's really dark. It means it's really dark. Even if it's for energy saving, if you cannot see anything, then what's the point of lighting in the first place, right? Okay, it can be improved, at least. The lighting can be improved. Okay, let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, there is a staff opinions exercise. We are going to listen to the staff talking about some problems at the hotel, and we are going to complete the manager's notes using 1 or 2 words in each empty spaces, okay? All right. Now let's listen to it then. Let's go.
Unit 5, page 47. Exercise 2. 1.
Most European guests are happy with the room sizes. It's usually the North Americans and Australians who expect bigger rooms. We should offer guests an upgrade to a junior suite on check-in, if one is available. It's only another €10, and the room is twice the size. Also, we should email in advance and tell families what to expect if they want to put a child's cot in the standard rooms.
2.
Lots of guests arrive for weekend breaks on a Friday evening on low-cost flights from all over Europe. We should check the flight arrival times and make sure there are enough staff on reception when there is a busy period like that. Otherwise, guests get frustrated and impatient.
3.
We had a few very busy nights in the restaurant last month when some waiting staff were off sick, and we had 2 new members of the team. They were obviously slower than the others and forgot to serve 1 or 2 customers. The duty manager didn't phone me to tell me the situation. We should have a list of staff phone numbers to call people who are off duty in cases of emergency like that. The cafe staff do a good job, but 1 or 2 of them don't speak very good English, and they are a bit shy around the guests for that reason.
4.
The majority of our guests know what to expect when they come to the hotel. They love the fact that we are a green hotel, and they understand why we don't have some equipment in the rooms and why we use smaller towels. Some guests are unhappy that they have to come to reception to ask for shower gel and shampoo. but I don't think we should change things.
Okay, so I think this is big enough for everyone to see. The first paragraph, let's take a look at the first paragraph. North Americans and Australians usually expect something. Okay, what was said about it? Do you remember? Usually expect what exactly? Bigger rooms, right? North Americans and Australians usually expect bigger rooms. So we should offer guests an upgrade to a something. Upgrade room to a bigger room. What kind of a room? Junior suite, right? We should offer guests an upgrade to a junior suite on check-in, if one is available, of course. And we should also email blah blah in advance about the small size of standard rooms. We should also email who? Families, right? We should also email families in advance about the small size of standard rooms. So if you travel with a family and if you booked a standard room, and if it is a very small one, it should be a problem, I think, right? Okay. The second paragraph, a lot of European guests come for something. Come for what? Weekend breaks. A lot of European guests come for weekend breaks. We should check the blah blah times on Friday evenings and make sure there are enough staff on reception. We should check the, what should they check? We remember flight times, flight arrival times. We should check the flight arrival times on Friday evenings and make sure there are enough staff on reception. The third one is, last month, some waiting staff were blah, blah, and we have had 2 new members of the team who were slower than the others. Some waiting staff. What happened to them? They were off sick. Evet, yani hasta oldukları için yoklar, izinliler arkadaşlar. Last month, some waiting staff were off sick, and we had 2 new members of the team who were slower than the others. We should have a list of staff phone numbers to call people who are blah blah in cases of an emergency. Niçin gerekiyor bu numaralar arkadaşlar? Hani acil durumda nasıl durumdaki personel aranacak? Off duty, değil mi? We should have a list of staff phone numbers to call people who are off duty in cases of emergency. The blah blah don't speak very good English. Kim iyi İngilizce konuşamıyordu? Kimdi? Cafe staff, right? The cafe staff don't speak very good English, unfortunately. And the last paragraph. Most guests love the fact that we are a blah blah. What kind of hotel is that? The guests love it. Most guests, at least. Most guests love the fact that we are a green hotel. Yes. Eco-friendly, right? But some guests are unhappy that they have to come to reception to ask for something and shampoo. What goes with shampoo? Shower gel, yes. Ask for shower gel and shampoo. Okay, then. Now we have completed this exercise. Let's move on to the next one. Here we have, I'm sorry, staff suggestions for how to improve the hotel. Well, there are 4 suggestions from the staff working in the hotel. And we are going to make a list of possible improvements according to these suggestions, okay? Let's read them. But first, okay. 1. When guests arrive a few hours before the check-in time, let's offer them complimentary coffee and cakes in the restaurant while they are waiting for their room. It's a nice, friendly welcome. And we can take their bags up to the room or store bags if guests want to go out. Also, we get a lot of guests on weekend breaks, so let's have a late checkout option on Sundays. Okay, that's one staff suggestion. So, what improvements can be made according to this one? Well, complimentary coffee and cake in the restaurant while they are waiting for their room. And they can take their bags up to room or store their bags if the guests want to go out. And a late checkout option on Sundays. These are good suggestions to improve, for improvement. Okay, let's take a look at the second suggestion. As part of our green hotel plan, we could offer a nice organic breakfast with lots of fresh fruit, juices, and nice breads. We could serve breakfast until 1 p.m. That would make us different from other hotels, and guests would love it. Let's put complimentary fruit on the reception desk for guests too. So, according to this suggestion, what improvements can be made? Well, an organic breakfast can be offered, right? Organic breakfast, late breakfast until 1 p.m., and complimentary fruit on the reception desk for guests. Okay, that's a nice suggestion. Let's move on to the third suggestion. Why don't we offer our own walking tours of the local neighborhood? It's a bit different from the typical sites of Berlin. We could also produce our own guide to Berlin for the hotel website with our staff recommendations for tours and restaurants. I think reception staff should ask guests when they arrive if they want any recommendation for things to see and do in the city. It makes us seem more friendly and helpful. Well, that's a good one too, right? Hotels own walking tours of local neighborhood is a good suggestion. It can be a good improvement. The hotel's own guide to Berlin for the hotel website with staff recommendation. And reception staff can ask the guests if they want any recommendations for things to see and do. Okay, they are good also. And let's move on to the fourth and the last one. We have free Wi-Fi access in the hotel, but guests don't always travel with their computers. We could lend them a laptop to use at no extra charge if they want to check their email or use the internet while they are in the lobby cafe. And how about guidebooks in the lobby and live music in the cafe at weekends? So, what suggestions can we add to our list of possible improvements? Well, lend the guests a laptop in the lobby, I think, right? Free of charge, and guidebooks in the lobby. And the final one is live music in the cafe at weekends, I think. Okay. So, the keywords we have learned here in this unit, let's take a look at them. Affordable, apologize, budget, charge, complain, complimentary, disappointing, guest, helpful, laptop, luxury, missing, noisy, refund, and request. Okay, in our next lesson, we are going to move on to review and consolidation part of our book, okay? But now we are almost out of time, so I'm going to finish this lesson as for now. Evet arkadaşlar, süremiz doluyor. Bu nedenle dersi bitiriyorum. Ve bir sonraki bölümde Review and Consolidation bölümünü yapacağız sizinle birlikte. Daha önce işlediğimiz konulara yeniden bir bakacağız, bir tekrar yapmış olacağız yani özetle. Tamam mı? Anlaştık mı? O zaman bir sonraki dersimizde görüşünceye kadar kendinize çok iyi bakın. Hoşça kalın.